So what is up, guys, and welcome to the Comic Bookers' very first SpoilerCast. If you don't know what a SpoilerCast is, then it's essentially just a podcast where a couple of people will discuss a movie and include spoilers. So if you haven't seen Thor Ragnorok, make sure to click away now, but when you do see it, make sure you click back, because I would really appreciate you guys seeing this video. So today I am here with Joe.
Hi.
And Matty.
Hello.
So today we're gonna just discuss the movie. Let's get on with it. So what was your guys' initial thoughts of the movie?
It was actually really funny. It was proper bants.
Yeah, I mean, Joe here saw it twice.
Oh yeah, I loved it. It was really good.
So I would have loved to seen it twice, but don't really have the time and the money to go to the cinema a lot. So, Matty, what do you think?
Well, it was definitely like a comedian kind of thing, and they played on with like the comedian act, so it was a good movie.
When I watched it the second time, I actually kind of looked into things a bit more. So I noticed stuff that maybe I didn't see the first time. It's pretty cool.
I thought it was a really good film. I definitely placed it about fourth in all the MCU films.
What would you rate it, like stars?
I don't know. About a 9?
Yeah, I'd rate it about 9.
9.5.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you probably won't be watching this. But I thought it was a really comedic and very action-packed film. You know, with a lot of twists, a lot of plot twists I didn't see coming. Like I didn't know Hela was Thor's sister.
Mm.
I don't know if that was a thing from the comics. I'm not really all up on Hela, to be honest. I've really only got to know her when the film came out. So yeah, it was kind of a few shocks in there. Odin dying, I kind of saw coming. So
we didn't really die if you think about it, because he was still in his dreams. But like,
what do you mean, like?
Matt, he's dead.
He's kind of
he's gone to the fairies.
He's gone like to the. But yeah, I thought the character evolution, that was quite good. Like, all the characters are really kind of changed since back in 2000. Well, when we saw them first, Thor was, I think, 2010, wasn't it? And Incredible Hulk 2009, I think. I'm not sure. So yeah, I thought it was quite good to see the change in there. Like Hulk, especially, he was a really fun character.
Especially so we can speak now. So it's like he understands like English and modern English. So it's like an improvement.
And Doctor Strange, that was a good that was a good cameo.
Yeah.
They included the scene from the end of Doctor Strange, the post-credit scene, where he's like, I don't drink tea, and then he gives him like the beer glass.
I actually never watched the trailer, so apparently there was like a few sneak peeks of that, but I never saw that, so I didn't actually see what was coming. So when I found out that Doctor Strange was in it, I thought it was pretty cool. Like Brandon said, the beer part, that was pretty funny as well.
Yeah, and Loki. What do you guys think of Loki in this film?
I don't know. It was kind of like a letdown.
He dresses like he's at a funeral. Yeah.
Do you wear leather to a funeral?
No, he wears black. His long hair.
But I do like the thing where he
shame he never put it up in a ponytail. I mean, that would have been pretty cool.
That whole Matt Damon thing. You guys know who Matt Damon is, right? He's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I know who he is.
He played Loki.
I didn't see him.
That whole when they were reenacting the theatre scene.
Yeah.
See, I was going to do a video on the fact that he was in the film, because people there was rumours going months before, like a month before, but that was during my time away from doing videos, so I was really busy and didn't have the chance to say that he was there. But I like the fact that he was there. That was really quite comedic.
Yeah, and I do like the way that the Thor was made. So even though Mjolnir got destroyed, it was a shock that it was so powerful because it is indestructible. And I like that they went for a different, instead of the long hair, it's short hair, and he can actually control the lightning and for himself.
Yeah.
And I do like that Odin said it was like helping to control the lightning.
Yeah,
So he doesn't actually need the hammer.
The hammer was to wield his powers.
To
learn
help
control
channel
it. Yeah.
And I do like that at the end. It's like he's got that eye patch. It's like kind of like Odin's like.
Yeah,
being
the eye
reborn.
patch. I was really quite shocked when they gave him the eye patch. You know, I think that was quite a nice touch. You know, I mean, they're really kind of changing him into the unworthy Thor storyline, and you guys aren't familiar with that. It's from the comics.
No.
And he's got like this. He's got this different weapon, and he hasn't got Mjolnir anymore. He becomes unworthy. So he gets this. I didn't read it, but I just know about it. He's got this. He gets this new weapon. It's like, I can't remember what it's called. Something stag. I'm not too sure, but he gets this like axe thing, and it's pretty cool. So I think I've seen like pictures from Infinity War where he's got like concept art where he's got like some kind of like axe, mace, something in his hand, and some new weapon. So I'm wondering if that's gonna be anything special, or it's just gonna be a weapon where he can channel his like lightning, like thunder and stuff like that. But yeah, I really quite like that. But back onto the whole Odin scene, because we were talking about that before we went on to the eye patch. Do you guys think that was a bit too rushed, the pace?
I do,
scene.
because like, you know, we just started the film and like he kind of just dies straight away. I felt like, because after that there was still a lot of story behind everything, and I do think that was a bit rushed, because I think it could have carried on till the end. Well, not to the end, but you know, maybe.
Yeah. And then they could have like taken that time to kind of like that whole scene with Odin with them in where were they, like Netherlands or something like that. It was so rushed. I didn't really notice it at the time, but I was watching this video, ComicBookcast 2, which is kind of like what inspired this channel. And Armin was saying about how like that scene was way too rushed, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, we're in the Netherlands to find Odin. Oh, Odin's dead. Oh, here's Hela. Oh, Mjolnir's gone. Oh, we're banished from Asgard. It was a bit just. I know that's kind of like the whole pace of the film, but you know, I just think add a bit more heartbreak there, especially when like Mjolnir, that went and it was like, oh, how did you do that? Oh, well, there's a lot, there's a lot that I can do that you don't know, and then all of a sudden they have a fight where it's like, couldn't it be more like, you know,
a bit slowed down, you know.
And it's a bit like,
you have a big fight.
You know,
there.
this
it was very fast,
superpowered weapon that only you can use. Suddenly, some woman who you have no idea who she is. Well, you know she's your sister, but she just comes and she breaks your weapon. You know, I mean, come on,
it's invincible.
You know, it's a bit shock. Yeah.
Like, whoa.
You know,
But,
I mean, if no one else can pick it up, then you should be a bit more shocked. That's what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah, he was like, he was a bit like what just happened, but he didn't really show it. There wasn't much emotion.
Yeah.
And I kind of, that made it feel a bit too fast paced as well. Like that scene was rushed, and yeah.
Going back to like when Odin died, they literally just teleported there.
And then
he talked to them, and then he just disappears.
Yeah.
And that, I think, like Brandon said, that's a bit too rushed.
But the bit before that, I thought was pretty funny, where they go to get him in I think, is it New York, where Loki sent him to a retirement home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
that was
goes
funny.
there and it's all destroyed. So I thought that was pretty funny as well.
Yeah. So now we're just gonna segue on to him in Sakaar. Well, we first see Valkyrie, and she's all drunk and stuff like that. I didn't see that coming. I thought she was gonna walk in like all badass.
Yeah.
You know, like harpoon him.
Some like cool music on. Like,
yeah.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, just something a bit more. But I quite like that. It was quite shocking, to be honest. You know, it kind of adds to her character where she's kind of forgotten her way. You know, she's left Asgard. She's not a part of the Valkyries anymore. And I think it's quite good. You know, she's kind of lost her way. You know, and then there's that kind of redemption. There's a lot of character evolving in this film. That's what I love. because of course we're coming to the end of the MCU as we know it. You know, Infinity War, things are going to really change after that. You know, after Avengers 4, we're going to start getting a new gen. You know, it's going to be like Spider-Man Homecoming 2, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3, Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
All these sorts of movies. And, you know, we're going to get pretty much a totally new Avengers. So I think that the whole character evolving in this movie, to be honest, it was quite interesting to see how things can change so drastically.
Quickly, yeah. Like, I remember watching the first movies and being so amazed, and then all of a sudden I've watched them all and
It's kind of like
It's
changed.
just gone, isn't
It's
it?
just very, very different to what we kind of like saw back in 2008 with Iron Man.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that battle though between Hulk and Thor.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
I didn't know he was gonna get his lightning kind of like source that quick. I thought it was gonna be during the main battle,
or near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
during like the Hela battle. But I mean, I didn't know he was gonna get it while in the arena. That was pretty shocking to be
that
honest.
was a big shock.
But that was cool. That was cool. How is it kind of like, you know? But yeah, I like how people are so like people in Sakaar are so obsessed with Hulk. He's like this kind of like godlike.
He's a god, yeah.
And
Which
then,
kind of like is role reversal because like Thor now he's just a person.
Yeah.
Nobody really cares.
No
about
one really
it.
cares about him. He's like, come on, and then all of a sudden like Hulk comes in and everyone's like, yeah, Hulk, this is great. Oh wow, he's awesome. But yeah, that was really awesome to be honest.
But
I really thought.
in that battle, there was like a kind of like a comedian thing where he comes out
Oh,
raging
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, it's fine, we're friends," and he just gets whacked.
Yeah, he's a friend from work, and then
Yeah.
Loki. Hey,
And they were like, "What?"
Loki's alive, and then he's just like, oh no.
Yeah,
go.
up in the top, like watching down at the
Yeah,
fight.
he's like, oh, I gotta get out of this place.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
Because it's-
And then, one of my favorite parts of the film, where Hulk grabs Thor and he does that thing from that
Yeah.
scene from Avengers where he like
just swings him around, hits
Thor
him
around
with
like
the-
he
yeah,
did to
that's how I
Loki.
felt.
And he's like, that's how I felt. Yes. And the Grandmaster, what's his name again?
Yeah, the Grandmaster.
Oh no, his real name, Jeff Goldblum, playing the Grandmaster. He just looks at him. He's just like, "What is this? What is this, man?" You know.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And Korg, you know, he's
Oh, he was really funny. I like when you first meet him, you think he'd have a really deep voice, and like he'd be a bit scary, but he just comes up with this nice squeaky
New
voice.
Zealand voice.
Yeah.
You alright, mate?
Yeah. Your hammer. You rode a hammer. No. I swung the hammer and it pulled me off the ground. Hammer pulled you off.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
But Taika Waititi, the director, you may not know, but he played Korg, and like some of these lines, that whole like hammer scene, most of that was like just improv because he's just a really genuinely
Actor.
like he's just like a funny like. He's just a funny guy, you know.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, I don't want to say stupid, but he's just that kind of like stupid, haha, kind of funny, you know. Laugh out loud.
One of
very,
his friends was. Just,
yeah,
Yeah.
He's a good. He really directed this film well, especially in the direction the MCU's going. They said they're going more cosmic, more brighter colors, and he really like included that all in. It was very bright. It was very happy. It was very spacey. It was very cosmic. And I think that just works really well for the direction the MCU's going, because we all know there's going to be things like in space now, you know, Avengers 3, Infinity War, you know, Avengers 4, Guardians 3, there's probably going to be a Nova film. They're all going more cosmic.
Yeah.
So it really just lent a hand to getting us used to that cosmic feel that we're all kind of like getting used to slowly.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a change of pace from what we're used to, I'd say. I definitely preferred it to Guardians 2. I wasn't keen in Guardians 2. That's definitely on the lower end of my
I know what you mean. It was.
MCU films.
It kind of didn't make sense.
But you know, like all of a sudden he leaves a plant somewhere, and no one really notices it. And then the whole kind of like, I think with what James Gunn tried to do with Guardians is he just tried to double, or like even just recreate, but he really tried to double what the first film did, and like you just ended up making it too stupid. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
It's just like kind of like when they were in space, and there was like that face morphing scene with Rocket and Yondu. I thought that was just too much. It was just,
Yeah.
But this kind of like brought it back. This film is grounded yet completely not grounded. If you know what I mean. It's I don't know. But what do you guys think about the whole plot twist with Odin, like
What they were
capturing
before.
like taking over realms and stuff like that, and Hela wielding Mjolnir.
Yeah.
That's why she's able to
Because
carry it.
they were like bad guys, weren't they? They
More like
they
just
planned to
conqueror,
take
like
over all the
Viking
realms.
kind of like things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't too shocked about that because it's kind of like this. Well, I mean,
No one can
they're
be
Viking
good.
people, really.
Yeah, but
They're gonna go like take over places and stuff like that. I mean,
you wouldn't expect for him to be like evil back
Wow.
then and take everything for himself.
yeah.
But then again, like you probably should have noticed that how did they get all that gold?
Yeah,
How did
everything's
how
all
did
fine.
he build that city?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
I guess you just don't go
Conquering
into depth like
you
that.
don't. No,
You
I
don't really
suppose you
think
don't
about
really.
it when you first see it. You just like
You're just like, oh yeah,
that's
this
cool.
is Asgard. We know it from the comics.
Yeah.
We know what it looks like. Oh wow, this is spectacular. But you never really kind of think, how did this place come to be?
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I do kind of like that. She just showed that guy like what happened, and it's underneath all the goodness. It showed him like with Thor and Loki being like a bad person, and then she breaks that, and it's like underneath the good is like him like conquering
him
the
and
planet.
Hela together.
And then Thor
fighting.
comes in later in the movie and sees that, and he's like, he doesn't know
Shocked, and
yeah,
he's
he's
like,
shocked and he
what?
doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And like they
But
buried.
once again, there wasn't enough time of shock. If you know what I mean, it was very rushed.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, oh, I've just seen this. Okay, I'm gonna go sit on a throne
Let
now.
me-
Wait for Hela.
Yeah, it's just not
she's
react.
coming. But that main battle though,
The main battle was really good. Honestly,
that
wasn't
whole
expecting
cutting eye scene, I didn't expect that.
No,
I
neither
really-
did I.
I mean, you told me that he's gonna get a sick eye patch. I was like, no, it's gonna regrow. It's gonna regrow. Come on.
Because that's what you saw in the comics.
So
wasn't it, or
that's what
something?
I've seen like in the promotional
The-
pictures and like the trailers.
That's what
and
they
stuff
were
like that.
gonna have.
But now that I look at
and
the
then-
trailers again, I can see the part of the mark like down on his cheek. And like the rest of the face is fine where they've edited it like to make it not show that he's lost an eye. But I can see where I like was shocked because of course it just kind of looks like a wound rather than like
Yeah.
taking an eye off, like where it's something it shouldn't be.
But like the big wolf thing,
Oh,
And, like,
I can't remember what it's called. I know what it is.
like
but-
her pet.
yeah, Hela's
Pet,
wolf.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that she bought all them like the big soldiers and stuff.
To life.
Yeah, and they were
Using the
under
fire.
the thing
They were
and
underneath
everything,
the,
and then they're like invincible, and there's like
yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, Odin's vault. When she was in Odin's vault and she used the fire. I mean, I've never seen an Odin's vault in the MCU.
No.
No one's ever seen it before. In there, you got ice. Loki's like thing that he channels
Cube.
for ice. I think and then he's got the Tesseract. She was impressed by that. And then you got that Infinity Gauntlet that
and she
people
just
were
says,
like she went fake, but
Yeah,
people were
she-
saying like, but even back in the like when the Infinity Gauntlet first got revealed in a like with Thanos, people were like, whoa, what's this one in Odin's vault? You
Yeah.
know? But from back in Thor 1. So now that it kind of confirms that it's
it's
fake,
yeah.
I think that's pretty good, rather than... I mean, we all knew it was anyway, because, we know Thanos is real. But, to confirm it, it's always good to confirm for us fans. It's good to know things like that,
Yeah.
rather than us constantly speculating things and thinking, well, what if? Though we do like that, it's good to know. But, yeah, But is it... I can't believe we completely we started this with talking about, like, Doctor Strange and that scene and, like, all that. But we never mentioned the very first scene when he's fighting Sakaar.
Yeah.
Not Sakaar, that's the planet
No.
he goes to. Surtur. What am I saying?
Yeah, they're like God. And
The
fire God.
the fire
Oh yeah.
fire demon.
That was a funny scene. Right
That
at the
was
start.
just badass.
When
he's
he's like-
talking to a skeleton in a cage and stuff like that. I think that's I think that was just really funny, and then it kind of brings it off to a interesting setting. And he's killing loads of people, and was there a dragon?
Yeah,
I
the
remember.
dragon
Was
beast.
there a dragon?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the dragon.
I'd like to see that movie again.
And then he put his hammer on the mouth.
His
on the
mouth
mouth,
so he
and
couldn't
it went
move.
down. Yeah, there was a dragon.
And then he called for the
thing, and it didn't work.
I can't remember what's
Mjolnir?
it called. So he called for it once, and then it didn't come. So then he called it again, but he had to go up to the top, because the guy back on Asgard, he wasn't listening, was he?
Oh, Heimdall, yeah.
Yeah.
Heimdall's in hiding, yeah. Because he got exiled from Loki. Because Loki's pretended to be Odin.
Odin, yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool, But what did you guys think? What did you guys think of the executioner? The guy who's
him?
instead, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was a good redemption scene at the end.
Oh, when he started fighting with the guns.
Yeah.
Des and Troy.
Yeah, there's
And then they ran out of ammo.
yeah, and then yeah. I think there's as I
What,
said,
in the
there's a
main
lot of,
battle.
yeah, as I said, there's a lot of character evolution in this, even just purely in this film with characters we've never seen before. Even like when they start out, all of a sudden he's trying to impress girls, then he turns to Hela, and he's bad, and then he's good again. There's a lot of character evolution, and I think Marvel, they know how to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, during the main battle, at one point, where Hela's got Thor on top of this balcony part,
Yeah.
he shoots her with this massive lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And she goes up in the air and then lands on the
And
floor.
she's just fine.
Yeah, and then Loki goes, and then they back down, and Hela comes to them, and he's like, Loki goes to Thor, why don't you just shoot her with the biggest lightning bolt or something? And he's like, I've already done that, and it's done nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he does send Loki to go
Get
the
Surtur's.
yeah, to get
head.
his mask. And I do when he puts it in the fire, all you see is when he puts it in the fire, all you see is a head pop. And it's just he starts coming out of the little fire. And then that kind of shows he understands that he was meant to create Ragnorok, and it was
Yeah, it's a
It
thing.
was all meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, as
Yeah, it's
Odin
kind of
said, in,
preventing it.
Asgard's a people, not a
It's
place.
not the
not
place.
It's a people.
Like,
And
in the final scene with when he's got all the people on that massive spaceship, and they call it Asgard, don't they?
yeah,
Because it's not
The
the
place.
actual place, it's all the people.
yeah, and to be honest, do you guys think? Because there's this, of course, Ragnarok's a thing in the comics, and do you guys think that? And that Ragnarok's a thing in the comics, and Thor creates New Asgard on Earth.
Oh
So
yeah,
do you
so
guys think
the
that
place where
Odin dies? I think it's the Netherlands. Do you think?
I
Because it's a
reckon-
pretty open place.
Because he makes it on Earth, doesn't he?
Yeah.
In the comics. So I reckon he
where
will.
he died. It would be
Yeah.
It'd be kind of like
Asgard
that.
is
It's
the
the
best
best place
but
you
I
think
don't
of.
know how they'll do that. When as well? Are they going to do it in the next Infinity War?
Probably Avengers 4. Because
Yeah.
I don't reckon Thor will die.
Neither do I.
I think I'm gonna do a speculation video on who I think will die. Maybe I'll include you guys do a podcast with it.
Tony
But
Stark, I reckon.
I reckon I'm sad to say it because he's my favourite. But Iron Man, I reckon. Cap probably. But
he
the
has
thing
to
is,
die, doesn't he?
I mean, Avengers 4. I think there's going to be Skrulls because there's Skrulls in Skrulls are people who shapeshift and go undercover to find out things from different races, and I think because they're in Captain Marvel, which is set in the 90s, I think they'll be in Avengers 4. So I think someone will die, maybe take a dive, and then to save someone else, and then when they die, see the Skrulls, they come back through and they will show it. I think that would set up Avengers 4 or something like that. But back to what I was saying, I don't think Thor will die. So I reckon at New Asgard, that's going to be a thing. Either in, I think, where Odin died, or maybe when there's a lot of destruction from the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I think he might create it there. One of those
Well,
things.
do you reckon Thor will have kids?
No. Maybe.
No.
Because
He's got no one to...
he's got to pass on his genes, hasn't he? For
What, the throne?
the next
people.
protector for the people, hasn't he? He's got to.
Who does partner be? There's no one as a god. All there is that in Thor 1 and 2, there's the human. But
Oh, Jane.
yeah, Jane.
And she's left him.
Yeah, exactly. So he's all alone.
But
he's
but I
basically
think
lonely.
but the thing is though, I think instead of I think Thor will go off and he'll rule Asgard, but you see in the comics, and I was going to do a video about this actually. I think I might do yet. So this might be an announcement for another video coming up. In the comics, there's Jane Foster, his ex-girlfriend. She becomes Thor. So, do you think that could be a possibility? Thor goes off, rules Asgard, becomes a proper king rather than just being here and there everywhere.
Yeah.
And then she takes over the Thor mantle because I mean it's got to evolve, right? We're gonna have another Thor at some point, and Marvel won't recast, I don't reckon.
I don't think so either.
I mean, that's their universe kind of. It's their universe, so But just a quick last couple of topics. Marvel, there was a lot of characters in this film, and I thought they did it beautifully because they know how to not overcram things. Yeah. I mean, if you remember Amazing Spider-Man 2, there was a lot of characters in that. That was so crammed. I hated that movie because there was not only was it just a bad movie, but there was so many characters. Mm-hmm. Marvel, they just know how to, get it right.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like the Goldilocks zone.
But I do kind of think that with the Valkyrie, she's come back, and I think she might be a leader. So I think Thor will want to create Valkyrie again. So there might be a new team of Valkyrie and new recruits, but also Hulk. What's the guy? Who's Hulk in?
Mark Ruffalo.
No.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, Bruce Banner. He wasn't there for 2 years, and he came out with grey hair. And what I think they should have done is make Hulk with grey hair.
Do you know what?
Because he's getting older and older. If he just stays with black hair.
Well, remember when they said he if he turns back into Hulk, he might not ever turn back. Well, they never showed him turning back, so do you reckon he might be Hulk
they
forever?
I think. When they were on the ship.
Yeah, they're on the ship.
He was Bruce Banner.
Did he turn back?
He turned and hit the pet thing.
The
ham thing.
No, when they were on the ship, not when they were fighting and he punched the wolf. He turned back when they were in the ship.
At the party ship.
No, when Asgard. No, not in Sakaar.
No,
Asgard.
not that ship.
When
The big ship.
Asgardians at the end, then he turned back. So, do you think there's this thing from the comics where Hulk is, he turns into Grey Hulk, and which is where he's smarter, and he's capable of he retains all of his Bruce Bannerness, and I think since Hulk's been Hulk for a while, I think he's kind of heading in that direction where he might be a bit more sophisticated, and maybe less Hulk, if you know what I mean. So. Maybe that's an option for, future character evolutions. And, so that's pretty much the end of the spoiler cast. There's a little thing at the end with one of the post-credit scene, with the mid-credit scene, where I think Thanos' ship came, and they looked up at it and it was like, whoa. So I think have you guys seen the leaked Infinity War trailer?
No, not yet.
Essentially Hulk's flying through Thor's flying through, he's floating in space and he hits the Guardian's ship, Milano.
Ooh.
So I think they must blow up the Asgard ship.
Oh no.
And then more bad luck, and then he's gonna be flying through space.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this spoilercast or listening to this spoilercast. There will be probably more. We'll probably do one for Justice League, maybe one for Star Wars too. And until then, make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel because there will be more videos coming soon. And yeah.